Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here to make some more paper pouches, but this time with a no kit create. So we're going to make slightly different paper pouches to the ones that we have used the ones that we have made previously. So the ones we made previously, we made using an A4 kind of size envelope. We are making this time using slightly smaller envelopes, which are more like an A5 size envelope. So we're going to make the paper pouches from two A5 envelopes. Now what I've done is I've just stuck one of the envelopes, I've stuck the flap inside. So I already tucked the flap inside of the envelope. The other envelope, I'm going to leave the flap open like that. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to stick the two envelopes together. Again, at this point, you could stitch around it or you could use your glue. It's up to you. So we're going to make a couple of those, again, like I say, using a no kit create. So we're going to be using things like book page, we're going to use some sheet music and maybe some vintage documents. So let's have a look and see how we're going to do these. So what I would recommend is not gluing your two envelopes together as yet. I personally would line the inside of your envelope flap before you actually glue your or assemble your you know, pocket. So I'm just going to take this book page. This is quite a large book page. I'm doing it sideways on so that it actually fits inside my envelope flap. Let's hope that that's going to fit inside. If not, I'll have to just take it down a fraction. Yep, I'm gonna have to take it down a fraction. Oh my goodness, let me put my glasses on. So yeah, let's just take it down a fraction actually at the top. So just going to take that down just a little bit like that. Okay. Right. Okay, so I would recommend lining the inside of your envelope, and the reason being is because obviously, you know, you want this to be reasonably durable, and obviously your envelope flap's going to be opening and closing, so lining it's just going to kind of reinforce it and make it a bit stronger. So that's all that we're doing here, is, you know, making it stronger and more kind of durable for continued use. So like that. Now whenever I line an envelope, I have to say I find it very, very fiddly. Ah, my goodness, you can probably see I'm struggling already. I like to put a lot of glue over where that actual fold crease part is. So you probably noticed that I did kind of put quite a bit of glue down where the actual, you know, the folding part of the envelope flap is. That's, I think, the best way, whoops, to get it, you know, lined. Oh my goodness, this is not very easy because my book page is quite flimsy. So that is another thing, is obviously if you're using quite flimsy paper, it's going to be more fiddly than if you're using something a little bit thicker. So as you can see, now having to pull it back the other way. Oh my goodness, I can picture myself getting glue all over my jumper sleeves in a moment, so let's hope not. Oh dear. Right, let's just tuck that into there. Oh my goodness. Right, I have to say, I don't know why I'm making such a meal of this. It's the worst I've been for a long time. So yeah, I used to absolutely dread lining envelopes, and I thought I'd improved, but this time, no, it got worse again. But like I say, I think that's really because I've used quite thin book page. Now, as you can probably see, I've now not done it. You know, I've not used book page that's quite big enough for the entire envelope flap. So I'm just going to see how that looks. So just fold my envelope flap down here. So I've got quite a bit of room here. So I can actually cut my envelope flap now a little bit smaller, which that just saves me then having to fill in that portion. So like that. Okay. I could have filled it in, but it's easier to just snip it down. And it's still, you know, it's still room enough to cover my envelope. So there we go. Okay, now I'd recommend folding it in whilst it's wet. This is another one of those things that I think when I first started making journals, I would kind of wonder a lot and think, oh, do you fold it in while it's wet or when it's dry? And I'm not saying that, you know, my method is definitely right, but I think for me personally, I have found it easier to fold it when it's wet. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not saying that I'm definitely right there. Hold on a second. Oh, sorry about that. Right, okay. So then I'm going to take this portion and we're just going to fold it up to approximately the size of the envelope, like that. Oops, I've done that very nicely. Let's just fold that down. Okay. Like that. Okay, now if you watched my previous you know, making a pouch video, what we did was we kind of pressed down to find out where our envelope flap is. So we're going to try and do sort of same here. I have to say it's not that easy to feel it, but you might be able to sort of just about feel roughly where your inside of your envelope is, and then you can just tear it around. Now I like to tear it rather than cut it. I think that looks better. I think it looks terrible, you know, kind of if you try and cut it and you cut it up, you know, mucked it up, that looks terrible. Where if you tear it and it's not quite the right size, for some reason that just seems to look better, you know, my opinion. I'm not saying my opinion's right, I'm just saying that's how, you know, that's my interpretation kind of thing. So as you can see, we've got that there there like that. Now obviously, again, I've forgotten this already, but I'd said in the previous video, I personally would try and do the top layers first, because then if your glue seeps out, you're not going to get it all over your underneath layer. I've obviously totally forgotten that already, and, you know, I've now glued down my bottom layer. So now I just need to go over with my top layer. So like that, plenty of glue. And what I've done is when I'm spreading my glue now, so as I don't quite get it all over my underneath paper, i.e. the book page, I've just put this section or this piece of sheet music inside there that's hopefully going to catch the excess glue as it's seeping out. So I'm just going to get my dried wipe. Okay, and we'll just spread this around like that. Okay, and then move this over to catch the glue on this side like that. Okay, oops, just a bit heavy-handed there with my glue spreading. So again, just go down and, you know, smoosh it out or smooth it out. So like that. Okay, oops, just move this here. Okay, right, like that. Oh dear, oh my goodness, I'm not doing very well here. Right, so I've just noticed another little error which I should have pointed out. I don't know if you noticed, but my envelopes weren't particularly glued down here, if you see what I mean. I've got quite big gaps here, and I should have pointed that out and said glue those down first. So here, can you see what's happened inside here? I'm going to go in now and just kind of reinforce those, because that again is going to be just another little weak point, you know, weak spot for my pouch. So just go back in and just, you know, glue those down. There we go, like that. Okay, so that's all that's going on there. Now what I want to do is, because obviously this is going to be folded over, I just want to cover this flap now. So I'm going to take something else to cover the flap. So I have got some document pages. So I could take this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry about that. Right, okay, so I've got some vintage document here. I'm going to just use this to cover the envelope flap. So, yep, just again do my sort of measuring method here, just folding that in. So this is pretty fragile document, it's got to be said, so I need to be a little bit careful because I could very easily tear this like beyond repair where I can't actually then use it. So like that, okay, and then oops, my stuff's all getting a bit messy from my gluey desk, I'm afraid, but again, let's not worry too much. So glue this all down. Okay, right. So glue this here. I don't know how far down this needs to be glued. Right, a little bit further than that. So yeah, let's just put some glue here. Okay, so pop this on. Now, don't know whether I've got any preference for how it is. Yeah, so we just put this down here like that. Okay. Right, again, spread the glue. I must stop pressing so hard because it's when I press very hard, that's when I tear the paper. So lesson there that I must learn is do not press so hard when spreading the glue. So yeah, a little bit of a tip there for you guys. If you are glue spreading, please don't press as hard as I'm pressing because you will probably tear your paper. So, okay. Like that. Right, okay, so let's cut our paper around the flap. Okay, like that. Right, now you can probably see it's overhanging the edge slightly. Obviously that was very shoddy measuring of mine. Again, I don't mind that. I've got some more here. I can just quickly trim that up on this edge. It's all fine. You know, we're not trying to make something that looks like it's factory perfect. You know, we want it to look a little bit sort of scrappy and, you know, handmade, don't we? So, okay. Just go in with another little bit of glue. It's just on this edge. Just so the glue's going right to the edge, okay? Oops, like that. Okay, right. So that's my envelope, and then we've obviously got the other envelope that this is going to glue onto. So this is the one where I have glued the flap on the inside. So it's going to be going back to back like that, okay? So again, all I want to do really is line the inside here of this. So just take some more of something. So I'm just going to take this sheet music and do the inside. So again, just want to cut this down just a little fraction here. Let's hope that that's going to be enough. Yep, that should now tuck in quite nicely. Okay, so oops, I best just double check that that fits in there. Yep, so that fits quite nicely. So glue this down here. Like that, okay. So, and then run some glue all over here. Oops. Okay. Like that. And pop this into here. Oops, like this. Okay, and then again spread this out with my glue spreader. I'm just spreading it from the back because that's less fragile than the front. So now I can spread it obviously on the front. Again, try not to press quite so hard so I don't tear the paper. I mean, to be honest, the vintage paper is obviously a lot more delicate than the, you know, if you're using printables. So that's another thing to just bear in mind. Now, at this point, I could fold this over here, and you're going to get a really nice kind of neat edge. But what I'm going to do is actually just tear this off. So folding it down here, really crease it. And then I'm just going to tear that across. because I quite like that sort of rough edge. You know, I'm trying to make something that looks quite, you know, quite vintage. And if I have that totally neat edge where it's folded over, I don't think that necessarily looks as authentically vintage. You know, I think that looks a little bit less vintage. So I've got some more book page, and on here I might just quickly collage this in. So I've got this portion of that vintage document left. So, oops, just move that one out of the way. We can just pop this on here, and we'll just then fold it down like that. Okay. Like that. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness, look at what I'm doing here. Right, okay, so I might just have to take this down like that. Okie dokie. Like that. Okay, so that will go on to there, and then I just fill this side in just with some book page, I think, just so that we've got it kind of covered. So again, just take this down here. Oops, like that, and then just, oops, if I just cut this or tear this down, and then just put it here. Oops, like that. Okay, so, and then just take this here. This is a very, very shoddy way of covering this, so I apologise now. If you are watching, you are probably thinking, oh my goodness, what a hash she's making of that. But it's just to show you like a very quick sort of method of, you know, getting this kind of like roughly to size. So again, tear this down like that. And then here, just then tear this down on this side. So like that. Okay, so we're just going to then glue this round. Oops, like that. Okie dokie, right. So like that. Okay. Again, just smoosh my glue out like that. Okay, right. So then this piece we're just going to put onto here like that. Okay, now obviously this looks a bit rubbish because this is just straight down. I'm not too worried because we will probably cover this up with some, you know, some images or something anyway. I'm sure that it won't be staying, you know, looking quite like this. So let's just glue this down. As you can see, this has got a sort of punched hole in it. It's, you know, it's fine. It's not going to matter too much. So like that. Okay, there we go. Again, press that all down. Again, I'm just going to smoosh it down, but hopefully not, you know, hopefully not tearing the paper. But yeah, just press it down a bit. There we go. There we go. Now, if you've got some overhangs of paper like I have here, you can just trim up around those. Again, not going to worry too much. I've got a couple of bits there that are overhanging. I'm not too bothered about that. So my envelope's a bit dirty now because my desk is very gluey, and I was also coffee dyeing on here yesterday. I should have mopped it up. And that's it. And now you're going to take your pouch and you can now glue it together. So again, we're going to then go right the way around 3 sides like this. Oops. Like that. And then just pop our envelopes together like that. And as I say, you could have stitched these. You don't have to be gluing these. The stitching is probably actually better, even if I'm truthful. I mean, I'm doing this with glue because, of course, I'm wanting to, you know, do it all on video and keep it very accessible for everybody. But if you wanted to stitch this, that would be absolutely awesome as well. So, you know, glue or stitch, depending on what you prefer to do. So really then smoosh it down, getting all the glue, you know, pressed down like that. There we go. That's all there is to that little pouch then. And then we can decorate this up. So I'm going to make one more. I'll make the other one off camera so as to not bore the life out of you guys while I'm assembling it. Just literally covering it and making it exactly the same as we have done with this, but maybe some slightly different paper. And then we'll come back and we'll decorate these up. So I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm back. So I've made both of them now. So this one, and then this was the one I've just done. So this has got some vintage document inside. It's got sheet music on this side, vintage document here, and then obviously some book page there. So they're super nice, aren't they? I really, really do absolutely love them. So we're just going to now decorate them up. Let me just actually put this under my leg so that I can be squishing that down as I'm working on this one, because obviously there's a lot of glue and things on there, so we might as well just try and get it to dry. Right, now I've got lots of different bits and pieces here because obviously we're doing a no kit create here. So let's have a look and see what images that we could be using. So I've got all different gorgeous images here. Now let's have a look and see. So I've got this gorgeous image here. Now, what we could do is have, let's just take these down. So I'm going to take this one down here. Okay. Now I'm going to tear these so that I get a slightly, you know, slightly rough edge, because I think that would be rather nice. Okay, that's now too tall for there, so I'll have to take it down a bit more. Okay, like that. And then we'll just take that in that side. That. So it's a little bit jaggedy. I don't mind that, to be honest. It's fine. So we could have that, and then we could make that a pocket or something by just reinforcing it. So I'm just going to reinforce that onto some book page. Now this is not the thinnest book page. Not the thinnest. It is the thinnest. It's not the thickest book page in the world. But that's fine. We'll just go with it and hope for the best. So again, just spread your glue out like that. Okay. Right, and then we can just again take that down by just tearing it. Okay. And here on this side, like that. Okay, and then I think I might take it down slightly more at the bottom, actually, perhaps at the top. Yeah, we might have to take this down slightly more because perhaps it's a bit too tall. So much for my jaggedy edge from the tearing. But that's fine. I can always rough it up a little bit with my scissors if I want to. So yeah, okay. Right, let's rough this up a little bit because we're going to do this quite, you know, quite vintagey, because we're using actual genuine vintage stuff. So why wouldn't we try and make this look very vintage? There we go. So that's that one. Then we had another picture on this side, which, how cute is this picture? I'm just thinking we could just tear this down and have this maybe even somewhere like on the envelope flap or something, or maybe up there. Take that down. Maybe even in the envelope itself. Oh no, that's a bit weird. Maybe this needs to go on the other side. Just want to see what else we could put on here. So let's just check out what other book pages that we've got. There's lots of nice ones, aren't there? Have a look. And I do have book page bundles on my website at the moment, so do feel free to have a look over there. Okay. So, yeah, and then just probably take this down about here. Okay, so we'll just glue this one down. Okay. And again, what would look really nice is if you then stitched around the edge of this, that would look gorgeous. Again, I'm not going to do that just because, you know, I'm doing this video and I just want to keep this nice and quick for you guys. But if you wanted to just glue literally around the edge here, that would look absolutely lovely. So I'm just going to take this down here like that. Okay. Right. Have a look. So yeah, we could have this one. I guess we could have it even in the middle like that. So I'm just going to ink these bits up. Going to ink right around the entire pouch as well. Obviously these are, you know, they are genuine vintage documents and things and sheet music. But just because things are, you know, authentically old, they're not necessarily discoloured, you know. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. So the inking's just going to make them look more authentic, really. And obviously anywhere where I've missed, you know, missed gluing down right to the edge, by just inking up, I'm just covering up that white envelope. So just go straight away across the top like that, and then just ink across here. Again, just open my flap so that I can then just ink all around the edge of the envelope flap. Do the inside. You could then fold it back and just do along the crease as well. Just makes it look slightly more authentic. And just all around like that. Okay. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look lovely? And we've not even glued anything on it yet. So yeah, loving how that looks. So what do we want to do? Do we want to have this one here? We were going to have this one the other side, but actually I might just have this here. I'm going to use that same lace that we used with the kit version. So, you know, no need for, you know, changing things up too much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right. So I'm going to glue this down like a pocket. And, you know, and I say this hundreds of times, but just because it's glued down like a pocket, you don't have to use it as a pocket, but then you've got the option. So we're just going to put this down like that. Okay. And then you've just got, you know, optional using as a pocket or not. So like that. Going to put this bit of lace down here. Now, just glue it down like that. Okie dokie. It's hard to see which way around this lace needs to go. I think it needs to go that way. Right, just need to move it down a bit because otherwise it's going to interfere with the you know, the folding down of the flap. So there we go, like that, and a little bit more here. Okay, like that. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look gorgeous? Then we could have obviously a bit of lace maybe down here. So let's just press that down again. Like that. Okay. Oh, doesn't that look gorgeous? Love, love, love how that's looking so far. And then we could have something like a little clustery piece, either over here or actually maybe here on the flap. So actually I'm thinking, what did I do with that piece that I cut out, tore out with the children? I'm going to get rid of this little figure here. I mean, it's quite dark, you can't really see it anyway. So yeah, let's just get rid of that one. Okay, some of these pictures in these books, they do come up quite dark, so you know, it's just something to be a bit aware of, I suppose. You know, I guess because obviously, I mean, photography probably wasn't of the best quality, was it, back in the day? So, you know, we're very spoilt now, aren't we, with how brilliant quality everything can be now. Right, so that's that. Now I'm just going to grab in, oops, some different lace. Okay. Again, just going to tear this down. Oh dear. Okay. I can never honestly see which is the right way and the wrong way of the lace. I mean, I don't know why that just is such a struggle, but yeah, it really is difficult to see sometimes. So like that, and then I think we'll put that on something else as well. So let's just see. Now I have got some of that internal envelope here, which possibly something like that might be quite nice because it's quite a, you know, contrast. Or, oh, still got some more of this document. I mean, not much of a contrast because obviously it's the same as what's actually on the back, but let's just tear that down. I mean, really what we're trying to do is just get some layers going on, so, you know, so this feels a bit more significant, really. So, like that. Okay, and then maybe we could have that on some book page as well or something. Just so we've got loads of layers. So I'm going to glue this on like that. Just so it's holding in place. Otherwise it's all going to be moving around. So yeah. Just pop that down. Like that. Okie dokie, and yeah, let's take a little bit of book page. Just glue the whole piece onto the book page. Okay. Just for sturdiness, really, more than anything else. So just tear that down and yep, like that. Okay, and yeah, let's just actually, I'll just tear this down here, otherwise it's a bit big. So, because like I say, it's really more for the sturdiness rather than the, you know, it didn't really need extra layers for, you know, for thickness. Okay, like that. And then what I'm thinking is, yeah, we're going to have that on the flap there. If I've got anything I could use, yeah, so for example, here or here, I love these kind of address type portions. So I'm just going to take this down. probably a bit too much, so I'm just going to take this down here. Let's just take that in. Oops, like that. Yeah, so I hope that everybody's having a good day. Maybe you're doing some crafting. I hope you're all having a nice time and enjoying yourselves. Do share below what you're working on. So it's always great to hear. Oh no, my staples have run out. Let me just put some more staples in. Hold on. Right, okay, so I've got some staples now. So I'll just quickly staple this on here. Okay, so we can have this then on that little envelope flap, which looks awesome, doesn't it? So let's just pop that down. Okay. Love that. Now, got some bows and things like that here as well, so could even have a little bow to the side of there as well, so let's do that. Okay. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous is this looking so far? Absolutely love it so far. Right, maybe some bling. So we didn't have bling on the other ones. We had like those giant cat's eye pearls, but I think bling for this one. Well, who knows, maybe we'll have the pearly bits as well, but yeah, definitely bling it needs. So something like that. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous is this looking? Absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, do we want to have anything else? So I'm thinking, like on here, just got this little address portion. Don't know whether we could have this anywhere. Let's just ink this up a bit. Do we think this is all getting a bit much now, or do we think that looks good? Just take a little bit of lace under there. Yeah, I mean, we could have something like that. Maybe not there. Oops. Oh no, that's diagonal now, isn't it? That's weird. Honestly, you have to be a bit careful, don't you? Because suddenly things can go like weird, you know, and suddenly you've got everything lined up in a sort of diagonal line, which, yeah. And it's funny how that just suddenly happens. You know, 1 minute it's all looking fine, and the next minute suddenly it's all like, ah, it's all gone in a line. So, yeah. Just put this one here. Like that. Okay. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does this look? Absolutely love it. Now I'm just going to just put some hot glue here again, just because I don't want to be having to keep pressing this down. You know, I'm doing a video, I want it to be just glued down straight away. So love that side. Isn't that just beautiful? You could always put something on here on the inside, but actually I don't think it needs it. So what are we going to have on here? We did take this one, didn't we? So let's just ink this up. So I was thinking this pocket in the middle. So something like that. Now, do we want to have any sheet music or anything coming out behind it? I don't think it really needs it, to be honest. Could have it there, I suppose, but I mean, again, is it really needing it? Not really. Although actually, maybe it does. So yeah, let's just take this down. Just pop this in. Okay. Oops. Yeah, like that. And press that down. Oops. Okay, gonna have that on there. And again, we've got this that we cut off from that document. Do you remember? So we can have this somewhere. Let's just take that down there. We could have it stuck on here, or we could have it, you know, somewhere separate. So, I mean, we probably want some lace on here. So let's just take this non-crochet lace. Just see whether we want to have this one coming out at the bottom. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look lovely? So let's just glue this straight down along the bottom. Love how that looks. Right, let's glue this pocket down. Now, do we want to have this stapled onto here, or do we want to have it like somewhere like that? Need to ink this up, that's for sure. So, oh gosh, now look what I've done. Very handy, heavy-handed with the ink. Oh, could even have it up there actually. It's quite nice, isn't it? Or we could maybe have another piece there. So right, let's glue this down. Again, I probably should be gluing this with the hot glue at the bottom where it's gluing over the lace. So I'll just quickly do that just because we're doing video and I don't want you guys just sat bored waiting for me to keep pressing this, making sure it's dry. So there we go. And then this one, and we could have it over this side, to be honest, or we can have it on here. So perhaps we'll have it over here. Oh gosh, no, not covering that person's face. Can we have it down there or up here? Oh, perhaps we'll have it there. So right, now this is particularly rubbish and heavy-handed doing it with the hot glue, but I'm doing it because it's going across a different couple of layers. And again, I just don't want to be having to keep pressing it down, making sure it's glued, you know, because obviously that would be pretty boring for you guys. So we just pop it down like that. Now I've just got this little grey flower, which again, this is just a little flower trim, which we can just ink this up. Now where should we have this? Maybe something like that. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look pretty? So yeah, pop that down there, and the bow just beneath there, like that. Okay. Oh, how gorgeous is this looking? Looks lovely, doesn't it? And then should we have a bit of bling again? Okay. Oops. Wonder if we need to have a little bit of crochet as well as this. I know that sounds a bit strange, but I'm kind of thinking maybe it needs a little bit extra lace as well. Oh, or maybe a little bit here, definitely. So let's put that up there. Like that. And oh, maybe like that. How gorgeous does that look? I mean, I just love, oh dear. Love the way with bling and things. You can put it anywhere and it's going to look gorgeous, you know? Never fails. Just always looks lovely. So there we go. Do you know, I honestly don't really think that needs anything else much. I think it's pretty gorgeous just exactly as it is. So what you've got your pocket here, just need to be a bit careful in case this isn't quite glued together. Pocket here in the middle, pocket here, and then you've got your envelope flap pocket there as well. So it's quite a roomy pouch, isn't it? You know, you've got a lot going on in there. And, you know, this is a really roomy pocket, to be honest. So that's that one. So let's do our other one now, just so that we've done 2 no kit pouches. What did I do with the other one? Oh, I'm sat in it. Sat in it. I couldn't remember. I thought, well, that's weird. Where's that disappeared to? Right, okay. So we'd best try and do, oops, a bit of a different look on this. Oh no, glued it down and now it's all at risk of tearing. Right, okay. Let's make sure it's not all glued together. Okay, oh no, look. Look, even having sat on that, it's still not quite glued down. Probably wasn't sat on that end. Right, so we're just ink around here as our first, you know, first thing that we're doing. Okay. Now I'm thinking, you know, let's do something quite different for this one, because we don't want them, you know, all looking the same, do we? So let's just ink all of this, and then again inside here. Like that, okay. Right, now I'm thinking either children's books or bird books. Let me have a quick look behind me and see what books I've got. Hold on. Right, I've nipped downstairs. I've got myself a hot chocolate and I've got my kids' book images here. So, yeah, let's have a quick look through. So there's some really, really, really cute images in this little kids' book. So let's have a quick look and see what we think might be really gorgeous on this envelope. I mean, obviously we want to get something that's hopefully kind of shaped, you know, shaped appropriately. I mean, this one's not too bad, to be fair. So yeah, she would kind of work okay. Let's have a look. What else? I had also dug out this turquoise lace here. So, I mean, if I could find something that's going to go with that, that would be even better. Oh, what's that? Oh, I mean, she's much too big, isn't she? But what a shame, because she would be pretty good with the lace. Although, actually, maybe not. Maybe she's not as turquoise as I first thought. Let's just have a quick flick through a bit more. I mean, aren't these gorgeous images? They are all quite big, it's got to be said. So, I mean, whatever image I use, the chance are I'm going to have to lose a lot of the image. I mean, isn't that lovely? I can't remember what book this was from. I mean, some of these are rather lovely, aren't they? Yeah, perhaps we could use a couple of these. And she's quite lovely. Obviously, these are not going to go with my turquoise lace that I've dug out. So that's a bit of a shame. Oh, I should stick to my guns and try and find something that's going to go with the lace, shouldn't I? Because otherwise I'm going to have to then go off and find more lace, which is all just annoying. Oh, that's quite nice. And obviously that one would go fine. I mean, it's quite a pale image, to be honest. But the good news is, not overly keen on this that's on the back, which is always a bonus, because it's horrible if you know, you have to use something that you don't want to be using on the back. You know, if you feel like you're, you know, struggling to make the choice of which side to use. She's quite nice as well. Probably put the kettle on that. That's quite cute. Oh, she's quite good. She would go quite well. Should we? Oh, I mean, she's not great with her. They're very different images and very different colours, aren't they? Does it matter? I mean, they're going to be on sort of different sides of the envelope, so it probably doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably getting a bit OCD when I'm trying to even match them up colour wise, aren't I, on both sides of the envelope. Plus it's just going to make it really difficult to actually achieve. So yeah, might have to just go with those two. Let me just double check. Oh, she's quite good, and again she would go quite well with the lace. Right, let me check what was on the other side of that. Oh look, they are lovely images. Oh, that's straight away one that I'm like, oh, I don't really want to be not using this lovely image, but right, let's put that there for a minute. That's quite good. Right, I'm just literally, you know, as well, what I'm doing here, I'm shortlisting some, and then I'm going to do, as Rachel would say, audition a few. So let's just shortlist a few and then we'll audition a few. So, oh, these are also pretty gorgeous, aren't they? I don't mind not using those because these are very cute. Don't go with my blue lace, but they are very cute and they all go. Oh, this is also rather sweet. I mean, that's quite nice, but right, let's put those to one side. Right, okay. Oops, I've got this again here. Oh, still got a couple more. Oh, dear. Right, okay. Let's audition those images. So move that out of the way. Right, let's bring this back in. This is very cute. Now, obviously, it's not the right colour blue, but I wonder whether I could just get away with that anyway. What do we think? Or could I get away with it with this? I know there's no turquoise on here at all, but you know, does that matter? Maybe it doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. Or we could have this one. Or we've got this one, which, oh, do you know, I thought she was going to go brilliantly with this blue, but she doesn't really go brilliantly either, to be honest. Right, shall we go with one of these? So let's decide. Which one do we think? The Mary Had a Little Lamb, or do we think this one? Oh, I can't decide. Let me see. Again, I'm just wishing that I was live and I could hear you guys. Right, I'm going to go with this. So let's have a look. Right, I'm thinking tear this one. Yeah, tear this one out. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's that one. Let's tear this one out. I like the fact that we've got 3 images as well, because then we can have one for the flap. Now, this one, could we make a sort of side pocket, do we think? Shall I just put that like that? And then we'll just decide. So just cut that down like that. Okay. And then here, could we have Bo Peep anywhere? We've got it here as well, so right, let's just take that down. Right, we've got little Bo Peep there, got it here. Okay, right, let's get rid of these bits. Okay, right, so could we use this as a little pocket somewhere, I wonder? Now, which of these can we have on the envelope flap? Maybe this one. So so we're essentially kind of like making a little piece to put on here, just like we did on that other one. So like that. Okay, now this one we want to make a little pocket, so I'm going to move that over slightly, I think, because I quite like this little edge here, this, you know, this sort of where it's been torn from the book. Now, well, I guess we can make it smaller, can't we? Yeah, should we just move it over slightly more? Like that. Okay, right. Let's glue this down. Oh, no, my glues. Oh. Right, okay. So I will be cutting this down, so, you know, I might have to adjust this and re-glue. But this is just a first stab at this, so let's just move that out of the way. Okay. Just smoosh the glue out. Okay, and then just here, let's just tear this down. Because, yeah, I quite like it, the way it's got that sort of where it's been torn out of the book edge. It's quite fun, isn't it? So, yeah. Right, let's just take this down. Okay, and a bit more here. Okay, now, is this going to fit here? I wonder. Not really. Don't know why I think moving it over to the other side is going to help, really, but anyway. Just take it down a bit more. Okay, not too bad. Or we could have it on this side. Perhaps I'll have this one on this side. Right, so we're going to have this like this as a little pocket. We're going to have this here, and we're going to have this one on the other side. So now, sorry, just lugging my drink. Let's have a bit of maybe this document kind of behind here. It's quite good because it's got lots of nice blue. So it's, you know, a bit sort of colourful here. Oops, no, not that one, that one. Oh yeah, I love that. Absolutely love that. Now I'm just going to tear this out or cut this out just in case we want that date somewhere. I don't know whether we do, but just in case. Okay, right, let's ink this up before sticking it onto that other one. Okay, and now, can we get away with any of this? That's the question. Or is this really going to not look good? Oh, I don't mind that, actually. Yeah, I quite like that. So let's just staple that one together. Let's now tear around here. Like that. Now, oh, I wonder if we could have that there. That's very cute, isn't it? Okay. Right, so let's just glue this down. It's so long since I've worked with children's book images, and I keep saying I must do something else with some kids' book images. And yeah, I so must, because I love using them, and I don't know quite why I haven't for ages, but I think just time's got away from me, and I haven't really done an altered book for ages. I haven't done any kids' book images for ages. I don't know, just, yeah, time's just passing me by, and just not really getting time to do any of it. So, right. Okay. So, yeah, we can definitely have that on there. Gorgeous, 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 like that. Okay. Yeah, I love how that looks on there. Isn't that so cute? So let's just glue this down. Oops. Okay, like that. Just catch any excess glue out from there. Oh, it's so cute, so cute. So I'm going to hot glue this down because I want it to look a bit raised. Now this is only sort of thin book page, so you know it doesn't need to be hot glued, but I just want it to have a bit of a raised, popped up effect really, so the hot glue kind of achieves that. Right, let's do this now. Okay, now let's just take that down here. Right, let's just ink this up. Like that, okay. And then I'm just wondering whether we might be able to do some sort of paper ruffle or something down the edge. Maybe using this. Let me just take this down. So, oops, just cut this down here. Okay. Will not throw this around. Oh, throw it around. No, I won't throw it around. I won't throw it out is what I meant. I might want to use it again. So let's just take this down. And I'm thinking, you know, if we could make some sort of paper ruffle with this, because then it's going to tie in with that. So let's just do, oops, like that. Oops. Oh, I'm really all fingers and thumbs today for some reason. I'm so sorry. I'm a bit kind of like, oh, shaking and not making a very good job of this, but anyway. Like that. Oh, come on. Ugh. Right, let's just tear that off there. So I'm wondering whether we could have this kind of going down on this edge. Might look quite cute. So I'm just going to ink this up a bit. So I'm thinking maybe staple this onto this edge. So 1, 2, 3. There we go, like that. And then this one here, like that, I think. Right, hold on. Right, I've been digging out some other things. So I have got here some postage stamps. I've got a couple of ribbon embellishments and things like that. So I think definitely we can make some of these bits and bobs work on here. So yeah, let's just have a quick look around now. Do we want to have this postage stamp up here? We could have it actually on the pocket. That might be quite nice. Or we could obviously have it, you know, elsewhere around the envelope, or perhaps over there actually is quite nice. So yeah, let's just pop this down. So these are some genuine vintage postage stamps. This one obviously here, UK postage stamp. I'm not sure where this is from. I can't actually see. Oh gosh, what does that say? Colombia? I think it might say Colombia on there. Really like this postage stamp. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Really, really nice. So yeah, we'll just put those ones over there like that. Okay, and then this here we're going to have on the edge. So I'm going to quickly put this down. It's going to be coming out behind the pocket like that. Oops. Okay, and then the lace Now, do we want to try and have the lace here coming out underneath there, or do we want it running down the bottom? I feel like running down the bottom is a bit predictable. Yeah, I think perhaps we'll have it here. So on the side, and then this pocket here. So I might just move this back slightly. Okay, right, so we're going to have that there. Let's just open this flap up so as I can get to this. I'm going to hot glue this down because obviously it's gluing over that lace. And it's also got those staples on there. So, you know, it's a little bit more sort of bulk to actually get it to glue down. So, yeah, let's just pop it down like that. Okay. Like that. Just got to be careful because it's overhanging here. So, obviously, you don't want to glue it onto the, you know, this portion of the envelope. So, there we go. So, that's a pocket. Again, you know, doesn't have to be used as a pocket, but it's there as the option. Okay. My goodness, I'm loving how this looks so far. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got some flowers which I also dug out just now. Thought they looked rather gorgeous. So yeah, we can definitely have those somewhere. That's quite pretty. Actually, let me just check before I glue that. Yeah. So wanted to make sure I was not gluing these flowers upside down. So like that. Maybe we will just have one over there. Oh, I've also got these ones actually. It's good we always have, you know, a few different ones, can't we? Don't have to have all the same. Maybe there. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm loving how this is looking so much. It looks so pretty. Right, I've also got these paper flowers, which I thought look really pretty and would look good on here. So maybe we'll have something like that. Don't know whether we want any more lace anywhere. Maybe like coming down here on this envelope flap. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah. Just need to glue that down there. Oops. Like that. Okay. It's gorgeous, doesn't it? Oops. Just going to cut one of these. Just see whether we want to have just the one up here or something. Okay. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous is this envelope looking? Oh, I absolutely love this one. It's so, so, so pretty. Right, I'm going to put this here, but I'm going to, I think, do the other side first. Just because, obviously, once I've glued that down, it's going to kind of add a little bit more bulk to this side. So let's just quickly pop this down first. Now, again, I've got this, which we could probably have some of this then. Just kind of like coming out behind here. Oops. Maybe like that. I mean, really, it's just kind of adding a bit more to it and making it a little bit more, you know, more worthwhile having on there. So let's just take this. Don't want to just use this now, all the ivory lace. So yeah, we want to sort of still stick with the blue lace as much as we can. So actually, let's take this here. Okay. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that lace look against this colour document? It looks absolutely lovely, doesn't it? Oh, you see, I'm just a sucker for colour. I mean, I hadn't really intended, oops, hadn't really intended on making this all really, you know, yeah, very colourful. You know, I thought, oh, we'll do, you know, a non-kit create, and we'll make it quite, you know, neutrally and browns and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. But the thing is, I can't help myself. Once I get started, I just can't really help it. I straight away get into, oh, let's have some colour, let's have some colour. And before I know it, the whole thing's then covered in colour. Okay, so this one. Love this blue, like, typewriter font. I mean, you never really see blue typewriter font, do you, anymore? I think it was like, I don't know when it stopped, actually. I was going to say, I think it was popular kind of, you know, up until perhaps the 70s. But actually, I think perhaps when I was a child, like, you know, 80s and things, I think it was perhaps still a thing. I don't feel like I've seen anyone do blue for a long time. I mean, obviously you wouldn't really now, because of course it would then be, you know, having to print with a colour printer instead of just a black and white printer, which, I mean, obviously that's fine for us, isn't it? Because we do lots of printing with our colour printers anyway. But yeah, if you were working in an office and things, you maybe wouldn't want to have a colour printer just to be able to print, you know, blue ink for your letters when you could just as easily print black and white. I don't know. Now, just wondering whether to have this little postage stamp on here. Could have it here, I suppose. Quite like it in there, I think. So just sort of an extra bit of interest, really. So like that. Okay. Right. Let's just do a little couple of flowers. Now, I did have this big Bo Peep here, which I'm thinking is probably a little bit too big. So I wonder whether I could just get the word little in small font and then have the word Bo Peep in the big. Let's have a look in a second. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking if we could have Bo Peep and then the word little, because otherwise that's pretty ginormous on there, isn't it? Let's just have a quick look. I've thrown most of it in the bin now. Oh, that's annoying. I've torn straight through where it says little. Yep, that one's got none. Oh, that's annoying. Don't think I've got any bits now left where it says little Bo Peep. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Very, very annoying. Oh, what a shame, what a shame. What if I could just have here? Oh, I wonder if I could just have bringing their tails behind them. So, because that's kind of quite cute, isn't it? Could just have something like that, couldn't we? Because that's quite cute, I think. So let's just have this. Okay. Wonder if we could like frame it with some flowers. Okay, actually I'm just wondering, let me just quickly check through my little documents and things if I've got anything else that I could use to sort of, you know, set it, you know, make it stand out. Oh, that's the same colour as this document in the background anyway, so that's not obviously going to make it stand out, is it? And you know what? I can't quite bring myself to cut this down to use this. I mean, what's wrong with me? This is just ridiculous behaviour, isn't it? Yeah, oh well. Let's just glue this down. Like that one. Oops. And that one. Oops. Like that. Right. Like that. Okay, looking good, looking good. Oh, I also have this ribbon piece which we might or might not put somewhere. Oh no, not there. Right, let's just take this. Oops. And yeah, I have this one down here. I mean, how gorgeous is that looking? I feel like it needs something else up here. I did have another paper flower, which, oh, we could have that one. Should we do that? Doesn't matter, does it? If we've got quite a lot of stuff going on here. You know, it's fun to have more stuff after all. So yeah, let's put that one down there. And then just over this side, let's pop this flower. Where did we say? Did we say there? I think we did. So yeah, pop that one down there and just double check. Right, do we have enough? Do we have enough stuff on here? I think we do. I think we do. So that's our two absolutely gorgeous no kit create version of the pouches. So what did I do with the other one? It's here. So yeah, let me know which is your favourite. Could not resist going colourful with this one, even though it was a kind of, you know, no kit create. It's taken on a very colourful theme or colourful, you know, image. But yeah, let me know, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer this one, the more vintage kind of style, or do you prefer this one? Obviously, this is still vintage. It's all vintage book page, but which one do you like the best? Let me know below. So yeah, I hope you feel inspired, and thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it if you could give this video a massive thumbs up, and yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks then. Bye.